Welcome to The Whole Story. I'm Anderson Cooper. It's been just over 2 months since the devastating wildfires in LA County, where more than 16,000 structures, mostly homes, were destroyed. Rebuilding is challenging. It's costly, it takes time, and as the fire season grows longer and more severe, there's a real risk more homes may burn again. It's not just wildfires, it's hurricane winds, flooding, and extreme heat that's only getting worse. More than 40% of Americans live in regions that have experienced extreme weather. So the question is, what does it take to adapt and live in areas that are at risk? It's a question CNN's Bill Weir has been investigating after years of covering these disasters. What Bill found is an extraordinary effort by innovators all over the world who are finding ways to build communities that can withstand the changing climate and even thrive in spite of it.
As disasters got more unnatural and innovative solutions got more affordable, I used to wonder how long it would be before some town went all in on clean energy and resilient, earth-friendly design. When Hurricane Ian crashed ashore in 2022,
and you can hear that freight train hum,
I had no idea that the example I'd been looking for
It's like muck.
was just a few miles away. The idea is spreading, and just up the coast in Bradenton Beach, the guy on the roof there is trying to take it to the next level.
People say, well, I did my house to code. Well, okay, great, so you don't have to go to jail. That's a good thing.
But when it comes to energy efficiency or cost or any of that,
Yeah, exactly.
code has nothing to do with it.
No, we reinvent the code.
Marshall Gobati once ran a blue jean company, but is now a leading pioneer in net zero home construction. That is shelter, which creates more energy than it uses.
When we harness the solar power, and you get to take a look at your cell phone, and you get to say that you self-generated 98% of your power, it's a pride factor.
Yeah.
It makes you feel great that you self-generated. And so every one of these homes self-generates, it should be 98% over the whole year. And so I believe that the future will be this way. We just have to keep making more examples.
His Hunters Point development is a lot closer to the ocean than Babcock Ranch, with no room for a big solar array, so Marshall focuses on next-level strength and efficiency.
So for example, this only has to be 16 inches wide, and we're making it 32 inches wide.
Each of his Pearl homes has doubly thick footers anchoring solid concrete walls and hurricane straps to hold down the steel roof.
Code calls for 2 or 3 straps. We have hundreds.
Building above the garage is a common way to stay dry in these parts, but here they raise the entire neighborhood an extra 3.5 feet just to be safe.
FEMA has a flood zone, so you're 16 feet above by the time you step into your home. So
That's a pretty good buffer there, even for the biggest storm surges.
And that's why our insurance is 1/3 of what normal insurance policies are.
Foam insulation adds strength and helps keep the air conditioning inside where it belongs, which means fewer solar panels on the roof to meet a family's needs on demand, even in a blackout, thanks to the battery that's included.
No electric bills
No electric
in
bill.
Hunters Point.
No, for example, a home similar to this size would be $250 to $275 a month. We don't have that bill.
I know everybody watching this is now dying to know, what's the price tag for one of these? And how does it compare to the neighborhood?
Well, that's a great question. So for example, on Bradenton Beach, Anna Maria Island, a comparable new home like this, maybe 4.5 million, we start at 1.25. And then waterfront with the dock is 1.65.
That's still a lot for most Americans, but he's working on a new development of 720 net zero rentals as one more step in his construction revolution.
Do you try to convince other major builders to copy you? And what do they say?
We welcome them. I want them to come. I call home builders and I say, please, we'll open up our books to you. There are national home builders that could take 5% of what they build and build them this way and see the success. That's what we're hoping for.
Can blue cities and states, nonprofits, and good-hearted corporations keep up the fight without any federal help? We're about to find out. And before we know it, Generation Alpha will be old enough to tally what's left and wonder what could have been. And those will be the lucky ones, the survivors, maybe some thrivers, who are surrounded by helpers with the wisdom and freedom to adapt, starting now.